Hey everybody, welcome. Just wanted to do a video here. It's been a while. I've been through a lot of stuff with COVID and employment and not unemployment and all kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm doing programming today, so wanted to share with you what I've been doing. I had some issues with porting some old code into my current system with the whole particle system that I've been using with the points and the vertices. Well, if you've been following some of my other videos, you might already know, but basically I made a class and I declared the vertices, and there's some constants to declare how many kinds of points and different points, and you can do lines and triangles and all that fun stuff. But in this one we're just doing points, so it's points init and points move. Okay. One of the first things that I had an issue with was the shader. Now, the code hadn't worked. I ported it, it compiled, it ran, but it didn't display anything on the screen. It had to do with the way that I displayed the fragments in the fragment shader. You can see these two lines right here. If the text color equals x or RGB 0 and text color.a, and I had a semicolon right there, which effectively ends the entire if statement. So the very next statement that unconditionally executes is discard, which stops the execution of the fragment shader immediately and does not execute excuse me, this statement. So after a couple of years, and then I tried to port this a couple of months ago, and I documented everything, tried to port it over, and I was wondering why it wasn't working. It was just because I had that semicolon in there. I'm not sure where that came from. Maybe I just copied the code and put semicolons at the end of each line without thinking about the if statement. Anyways, so then it worked. And then what I did, I made one change to the initial code, and I don't know if I made a video about this a long time ago because this was from years ago. This is from 2017, folks. So anyways, here's the initialization. It goes through, it does a little thing with the alphabet texture and all that fun stuff that maybe I could do another video and explain that later. So in the initialization, I added this to the speed. See the second and third line that I've highlighted there? So it chooses one, actually it chooses 0 or 1. If it happens to be a 1, which is half the time, the speed is set to a negative amount. And what this speed does is affects the angle in the calculations, for the updating of the position of the particles. So here, it still adds the speed, but because some of them are negative, in fact half of them are negative, it has to check if it's less than 0. And if it is, it just adds the total amount of 360 degrees in radians, which is 6.28, and there's more detail than that, but I just use 6.28. Anyways, and then this is what it looks like. It basically draws all the random alphabet in a circular radius in going around one way or the other around the center title, which is the Dune people. For some reason I thought this was cool, although it mostly reminds me of Chef Boyardee alphabet soup. Okay, anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all because I hadn't made a video in a while, and it's the middle of July now, and I'm getting back into programming, and I'm really trying to make things happen with programming. One of the things I want to do is an arena-based game that is very similar to, in fact it's identical to, League of Legends, Smite, Minion Masters, other things, where there's a base, there's minions, and then you, through one way or another, destroy the other base. It's going to be one player. It's going to be not network based at first, and then later it will be multiplayer, and it's going to do all kind of stuff. All right, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I probably won't be able to post this video for a while, so you're not going to see this anywhere near July 12th. I'm going to have to get internet, and that might take a while with the way things are going. So, all right, stay tuned. Thanks. See you next time.